Alright, welcome back everyone. Whoa, that's loud in my ears. One moment. Whoa, I just about deafened myself with that music. Let's turn that way the hell down. Welcome back, good morning. It is Sunday morning, I can confirm that now. It is actually Sunday, not a random day that I couldn't discern last night when I was trying to record this stuff. I did notice my mic seemed a little hot yesterday, I think, unless I was just raspy from impending illness. So I've adjusted it. Hopefully it'll sound a little better today. We'll find out the hard way. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, and I'm just going to quickly throw it out there and then we'll dive in, is that yeah, one of the main purposes of recording this right now is that yeah, every 3 months I do a release. Normally it's on the 10th of every third month. I deferred it to the 15th just because I was traveling right before I was supposed to release, and I lost 3 or 4 days of testing, so I wanted to do a few more tests to make sure there's not too many bugs. There are always bugs, but hopefully not too many. But this playthrough that you're watching here constitutes the very last playthrough before we release. I may not even finish this playthrough before I release. So we are actively looking for bugs. If I find any, I'll adjust them as we go. I'm always super embarrassed when I record this and there's a bug. It just feels like I'm caught with my pants down in public. But yeah, that is our intent with this, is to find bugs. So let's embrace it and not shy away from it. I should have been speaking this whole time. It takes a little while to load sometimes the first time you load, as it gets the memory in order to set the game up. And now I have nothing to say. I blew my wad in that opening bit. Yeah, nothing to say. It is officially Thanksgiving Sunday. My wife is out of town. She went home to see her family. I couldn't travel with her, of course, because one of us has to be with the cats the whole time, but especially the cat now. We can't leave her alone every night. She requires permanent subcutaneous fluids injected into her skin, so like every other day. So that's my task today, and I've never done the needle before. I'm a little panicked, I'll be honest. My father's coming over to like hold the bag, and I'm gonna jab a giant needle into my cat and see how good of a surgeon I am. All right, let's go. We talked about all these monsters before. Let's just start moving around. Yeah, we can see we're definitely in a structured area. Oh, and a bad little bit of luck. This could be a really bad bit of luck. So we're starting in this little area here where we came down the stairs. As you can see, in Caverns of Xaskazien 2, it is not possible to casually just go back to a level you've left. Sometimes there are ways to go back up, but it will be to a new random level in the way that Angband is. It's very rare that you can go up or down stairs, like, and just toggle it. And in this case, the bad luck has brought us here to where we have this slow, dull pendulum blade in the way. At least it's slow and at least it's dull. Entering the square leaves a % chance equal to your dexterity, or 90, whichever is lower, of avoiding 3 to 15 damage. It just says damage, by the way, guys. If it ever says just damage, it means physical damage. There are different damage types. We'll talk about that when it comes into play. Most monsters will be hesitant to enter the square, and those that do will suffer similar effects with their odds of dodging based on their speed. So we could, of course, try to step through this. 30% chance we're fine. Otherwise, we're going to take 3 to 15 damage. But we do have that blink spell, don't we? So rather than try and risk this, let's just blink and see where we end up, and hopefully we're not in worse danger. It'll put us in empty space somewhere. It won't put us directly in danger. Oh, here we are. Obviously, we just went literally right here. Just past it. Okay. So as you recall from last night, these guys are insectoids, and that means we don't want to face them if we can avoid it. The good news is every single character we're seeing here, every monster, has average speed, which means we're faster than them. We can avoid them for the most part. For the record, I mentioned these guys could cause a disease called Cellar-Sight. Only a 5% chance they cause it when they hit us. Cellar-Sight's a pretty shitty disease. It means you can only see one square around you. Your vision drops massively. It makes it very hard and slow to navigate until you get it removed, of course, until you cure that disease. And we also mentioned these guys can cause tsunami fever. That might even be worse. 5% chance of catching that if they hit us. Minus, of course, if we catch it, we have a 25% chance to avoid it outright with our disease resistance skill that we got innately as a Mousling. But tsunami fever will have our dexterity while it lasts. I think I am getting sick. Listen to my damn voice. I sound horrible. I apologize. Give me 1 second to drink some coffee. That's a cure-all. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Let's go kill that thief first, because if he finds treasure, we're not going to get it. And since we're deliberately avoiding killing these monsters, our experience gain on this level is likely to be kind of low. We're almost leveled up. Let's go kill that thief right away. As you can see, his odds of hitting us are better than our odds of hitting him, but every time we distance strike, he's not swinging at us anyway, so it kind of balances out. Got us for 2 points of damage. We're still fine, of course. When we do level up, we will get all of our health back, so we don't have to heal yet. There you go. So we leveled up, guys. We got 2 max health permanently. So you can see we had 52. We had 50 max health. Now we have 52. Our health got restored, as I just promised you it would. So now we're at 52 out of 52. We gained 10 attribute points, which you will always gain when you level up. Sometimes you'll gain more under select circumstances. Might be rare circumstances where you gain less. But that's 10 points we can pump in however we want, 1-to-1 into any of these stats. We also gained a skill point. We'll talk about that. But there's also something else we're going to get. Let's go ahead and hit enter for OK. We got a new racial perk, Scurry. You may activate this perk twice per map. Doing so will double your movement speed for 10 turns. So that's not bad. A quick getaway mechanism we have as a Mousling. So every time you level up, you will unlock a perk. And if you have reached an even character level, as we have, character level 2, you'll gain a racial perk, a perk based on your race. If you reach an odd character level, you'll gain a perk based on your class. So for us, that'll be a merchant-based perk. These are always the same from playthrough to playthrough, but it obviously depends on your race and class. So playing a Mousling merchant is extremely a different game from playing a dwarven warrior, say, or a gnomish necromancer, or whatever the hell you want to play. Every race and class is really going to mix things up. In addition to that unique ability we have here, which is the ability to leave any pit and enter or exit in Chasm Square safely, and our discount on selling and buying. Not to mention the deficiencies that came, and the stats that came with the starting character, and the gear that came, spells all going to be different depending on what you play. So what we have left here to deal with is these 3 rats. This one's particularly dangerous. Let's look at this guy. We'd have an 18% chance to hit him versus his 40% chance to hit us. He wouldn't take much to kill. But it's still dangerous, because if that 5% comes through and he gives us Tsunami Fever, we're going to regret it. This guy, we've only got a 10% chance to hit, because, of course, you can't go lower than 10% in your chance to hit. This guy's a defensive 12. This guy's a defensive 32. He also has a much better chance to hit us and higher health. Let's avoid all of them for the moment. We'll come back and deal with them shortly. Let's raise our strength. Given our situation with such shitty strength, if we find a better weapon or armor, well, hell, we can raise our strength and put on the woolen trousers at the least. There you go. That gives us the ability to put on the woolen trousers. Let's do that right away. We needed 20 strength for this. We now have it. We can put it on. We now see we have a defensive 4. These guys had a 40% chance to hit us. Now they've only got a 36% chance to hit us. So those trousers help a bit. This might be a great place for another smoke trap, because, of course, if he triggers it, it could get all of them, right? So we're going to do that in a second. But before we do, the last thing I'll talk about, because we leveled up, is the skill points. Every time you level up, you're going to get at least 1 skill point. There are times when you'll get more, as certain character types will get more often. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to mention one other thing. One thing I didn't mention, of course, Dexterity provides your base chance to hit. So with Dexterity 30, we have a base chance of 30 to hit. Intelligence, we talked about tying into your spell points, but it also ties into your skill points. Every time you level up, it looks at what your intelligence is and puts it aside in a little separate pool. And when that pool reaches 300, it spends those 300 points to give you an extra skill point. So right now, if we didn't raise our intelligence, we'll get an extra skill point based on intelligence every 10 levels. But if we got that up to 300, say, we get an extra one every level. The other thing I want to mention is, as a merchant, you can see down here, we'll look at the class. It mentions all skills cost them 2 skill points. So let's go look at that. There are 4 different types of skills, 4 different regions of skills, avenues of skill. I can't think of a word right now. My brain is just not functioning this morning. So we have general skills, we have mage skills, we have rogue skills, and we have warrior skills. A lot of classes will be able to buy these things for 1 point. Some of them for 1 point. Like a warrior probably is like it costs 1 skill point for a general skill, 1 skill point for a warrior skill, maybe 2 for a rogue skill, and 3 for mage skills. For us, as a merchant, everything costs 2, which is kind of shitty. We have 1 skill point, we can't even buy anything. We leveled up, we can't get a new skill yet. Whereas most characters could. But, if we notice, as a merchant, every other level, we gain a bonus skill point. So, next time we level up, we'll have 3 skill points. And then we can buy 1 and still have 1 left over. The one after that, we get 1 skill point, we'll be able to buy 1. So we'll always be a little behind in getting skills compared to other people, other classes, but we are really versatile. We can get whatever skill we want. It doesn't really matter. We'll have the means of purchasing it, because we have no drawbacks in any given category. Okay, having said all that, give me 1 second. All right, let's put out our smoke trap. It worked. Let's try and hightail it out of here. We're not going to get far enough before this rat hits us, or hits the trap. Let's go left so that that other trap steps in it. Oh, he didn't. Or that other mouse, rather, rat. Of course, they are animal intelligence. They might move randomly, right? It's harder to lure them into a trap. Oh, there we go. So, triggered a trap. We saw we got 3 faith points. One of them lost a health. I saw that. It was this guy. He's down to 3. He was here. Then he's now here. They can't move diagonally, by the way. It's just with average speed, they move 1 square most of the time. Occasionally they move 2. I forget how the math works, but occasionally you'll see them move more than you'd like. Or maybe he was over here or something, I'm not sure. But he got 1 damage. This guy might get damage if he can keep him in that... there, they're getting some damage. Oh, he got +1. Damn it, did you see his health? His health is 4. So there's something going on here, guys. We don't know what it is, but something is causing him to regenerate. That's not it. Sorry, I'm playing in a small window to record, and I had to lean forward to see what I was looking at. So while we're here, let's talk about some other stuff. Here's stairs down, of course. We know where that is now. But there's something causing them to regenerate. So the smoke is not going to kill them. It's only going to do a little bit of damage to them, and they'll get it right back. So unfortunately, all we got out of that was a little bit of faith in pleasing Illumis. And of course, we only have 1. Nope, that was our 3rd and final use. Our smoke trap is gone. We have here a Malevian shrine. This square... So there are shrines devoted to every god and goddess in the game, including the minor gods and goddesses that you can't worship. The shrines to the major deities are more common, but the shrines to the minor deities show up with fair regularity as well. And just like the major deities, they have things they like and they have things they dislike, and what you do in the game will adjust their attitude. Trying to keep track of what everybody wants you to do is impossible, and they all have conflicting desires anyway, so there's no reason to worry about what any god or goddess wants, really, except for your own. In this case, let's remember, this is an evil shrine. It tells you that here, praying here is considered an evil act. So we're not going to want to do it anyway because it'll piss off Illumis. She doesn't like it when we pray to good or evil gods. But the way shrines work is you have a chance when you pray at them. You can only pray at them once each. A chance that they'll give you a boon. Something good will happen. And a chance something bad will happen. The chance the good thing will happen is directly your percentage relationship with them. So Maleviac likes us a little bit. We have a 51% relationship with her. So slightly in our odds, if we did this, we would gain vampirism, which would be every time we do damage, we would gain back health equal to the damage we did for 60 turns. Is that right? Yeah. If we failed, she would curse us with white rot, which is another disease. It would make our health act at half value, or max health. So we're not going to do that. Oh, this is a cooking fire. If we had some meat, we could bring it over there and cook it. We're not skilled at cooking. That's a skill. But we could still, stick it in the fire and burn the shit out of it and eat whatever charcoal we got out of it. Be better than nothing. We'll talk about food when time comes. Damn it, these guys would be all dying if we didn't have them regenerating. Let's see what these things are. Turn shoes. Another piece of armor. Let's throw that on. Kind of crappy armor. It only requires a defense of 10 as a pair of shoes. Gives us 2 defense, so now we have 6 defense. An unknown potion. Let's keep that knowledge of where that is. We won't pick it up right now, I don't think. Nothing we want to drop for that. Matter of fact, we might as well use these things and hope to God they're not cursed. But there is a skill associated with potions, just like we talked about runic lore. Pardon me. Runic lore, which is the way you identify scrolls. There's a skill called alchemy that helps you identify potions. Why am I keep going here? It's here. These are all in alphabetical order, of course, too, guys. So if we had basic alchemy, we could identify certain common potions. Other than health potions, everybody can identify health potions. If we had advanced alchemy, we could identify the intended purpose of every potion in the game when we found it. If we had expert, we could also tell whether or not it's poisonous. Or befouled, I guess is a better way of putting it, because it's not always poison. We don't know what this would do if we chugged it. It might help us, it might hurt us, so let's not mess with it right now. Let me just write something down here. Okay, for myself. Alright, do we want to... We do have these scrolls. This might be a summoning spell, right? If we cast this, it might summon a monster. If it summoned a monster, that monster would go around killing everything around us. It's a high-power scroll, so it would probably be a powerful monster. And that'd be really useful. Get rid of these rats for us. Mind you, you can't control summoned monsters. It might then go kill all the insects, so that'd be a problem. Or it might be like an offensive spell or something. Let's just go try casting it at the giant rat, see what happens. High power... No, let's do the mid-power. Oh, it's Fireball. That's a good lucky guess. Alright, Fireball. The monster is burned for 30 points of heat damage, killing it. So that's 1 rat down. We gained 47 experience for that. There was a chance when we cast Fireball, it might have started a fire in our square. Thankfully, it didn't. Let's go try the high power scroll on the other guy. I'm feeling cocky now. Oh, it's a teleport spell. Left click or press enter or keypad enter on a highlighted square to instantly teleport there. You may scroll the map with the arrow keys or the right mouse button. Let's we're going to go up here, so let's it should still work. It's not highlighting a square. Let's hope to God I don't have an error to fix here. Let's see what happens. Oh, it worked. Okay. It should have highlighted that square. It's a minor thing. I'm going to write that down for myself to say highlight. Highlight? The teleport square worked. Or teleport spell. I just didn't notice it highlighting the square. Unless it did and it was really dim and I'm not seeing it on my small monitor. I'll look in the playback. If it's there, I won't worry about it. If it's not, I will. I wonder if I should... Let's also add in another feature. Let's turn off pathfinding. Like that little pathfinding maneuverability avenue you saw there. Let's turn that off when choosing a square like teleporting, because it's just confusing, isn't it? Looked like we walked there. We didn't walk there. We teleported there. All right. We could have teleported, by the way, even out in the darkness. It's just we might have materialized in a wall and probably died then. So better not chance it, I think. To go through a door, you don't have to press any buttons. You just walk right through it, guys. There's a bunch of smoke up here. It's fluctuating, as you can see, coming from some sort of source. Let's just go through it really quick to grab this gold. Blocking line of sight. Yeah, it's coming from this. The smoky fissure is just spewing smoke into the room. Nothing we can do about that right now. There's nothing up here except for the gold. 50-50 chance we hold our breath when we go through that stuff. All these monsters are still right here. We can still see them all because of our ESP. Let's find out how many turns we got left in that. Whoops. Another 14 turns and that'll disappear. Let's go get whatever this is. Small health potion, alright. Better than our tiny health potion, which gives us 3 to 15 health. This will give us 18 to 30 health. Let's reorganize by pressing Control R. You'll see it'll group the health potions together. There you go. Just kind of helps you keep things organized in your inventory there. We got another cupboard of some sort. This is an apothecary cabinet. 10% chance it's trapped, but it could contain some potions. Let's go see what's in there. Unknown potion, and that's it. One unknown potion. This is an iron wall. Functions just like a normal wall, except for some monsters can burrow. Sometimes you can burrow through walls. You can't burrow through iron. Likewise, I don't think fire will spread to iron. I could be wrong about that. So here's an interesting little bit. Well, hey, we got a big... We saw that water, I think, in the last level. Is that right? Maybe not. We have a river of some sort of acid. That sucks. So if we were to enter here, we'd take between 1 and the dungeon level damage from acid. So we'd take 1 to 2 acid damage. Now we do not have... There is a skill called acid resistance. It's a rogue skill. Getting that up would lower the amount of damage we take from acid, but we don't have that. So we take 1 to 2 damage. We also might drift. We might get shunted in a random direction. Anytime you're in a liquid that's acid, lava, or water, there's a chance you get shunted, and the chance you avoid being shunted is based on your swimming skill. We don't know how to swim, so we'll probably be shunted as we flail in the water, or the acid. On top of that, anytime you take acid damage, every type of special damage, most types of special damage have special attributes to them. Anytime you take acid damage, there's a % chance equal to the amount of damage you took that one of your inventory items randomly chosen is destroyed by the acid. Additionally to that, we can see, on top of that, there's a 10% chance, just by being the acid, that 1 or 2 of our objects just randomly melt. So we want to stay out of that. There is, of course, a bridge right here. We could cross on this bridge, but it is a rope bridge. So just like those crumbling floors we saw in the earlier episode, there's a chance the bridge could collapse under us. It's not a stable bridge. And the chance is based on how much we're carrying. So with our current inventory filled, we have 10 inventory slots, and they're all filled, that would mean we'd have a 5% chance the rope bridge would break every time we were standing on it. P.S. Acid is also creating acid vapor next to it. Just like that smoke, it'll fluctuate all the time. You'll never know where it's going to be, but it could pop in or out of existence around the acid. It functions the same as acid, except for you can't drift in it, and it does less damage. It does between 1 and 1/2 the dungeon level, with only a 5% chance one of your inventory items melts. The other thing we see here, of course, is this throne. Some sort of potentially magical throne. Who knows? We could sit in it once, and something will happen. It could be an ordinary throne. Nothing at all would happen. It could be royal. We would gain experience equal to 150 times the dungeon level. That'd be 300 experience. Boom. That would level us up instantly. Or it could be cursed. and it would choose randomly one of our primary attributes, and we lose permanently 1 to 10 from that attribute. So it's a risk. Now there is a skill, a mage skill called History. Learning this will help mitigate the effects of certain squares like the throne, where the higher your history, there's a chance if a bad effect was going to happen, it'll warn you, hey, this is what's going to happen. Are you sure you want to do this? And then you can say no, and nothing will happen. We don't have that though. Let's nonetheless chance it, because if it levels us up, that's great. If it lowers something, that sucks, but it is what it is. Well, I only lost 1 point of strength. That could have been a lot worse. That does mean, though, we can't wear our trousers. We don't have 20 strength anymore, damn it. Alright, rather than cross here, we'll probably cross here in a bit. Let's go down and see what's down here. This is just a torch, just lighting up the area around it. If we were far away and too far to see a monster, we'd be able to see it in there. There's more acid. The river continues, and there's no bridge here, so we're going to have to, if we want to cross, go back up. We don't have to cross, of course. We could go straight down, but we're missing out on so much experience. I don't think it's a good idea right now. Alright, into the vapor. Took 1 acid damage. Crossing the bridge, crossing the bridge. A little bit of acid damage there. We're okay. Nothing over here. Oh, there's an illusory wall. I just bumped into it. So there are secret doors, or in some cases, illusory walls. As you can see, it's flickering there. If you watch the wall, you'll sometimes see them flicker. That means it's illusory. Not really there. You can walk right through it. If you ever want to find a secret, like a secret door or a secret compartment or something, you don't have to press S to search or anything. All you got to do is be next to it, and you'll have a chance of finding it, equal to, based on your, your secret detection skill. Ours is untrained. So we'd have like a 10% chance to identify a secret door or secret compartment every time we are in a square anywhere within 1 square of it, even diagonally. So if you really think there's a secret door somewhere, just pass your turn. Stand next to the wall there and pass your turn, and you'll find it eventually if it's there. Another unknown potion. Nothing up here. Oh, speaking of which, there you go. There is a secret compartment here. Let's go ahead and try to open it, and I'll show you something that happens. No, I won't. Nothing will happen. Just repeatedly trying to do. I didn't mention. Okay, the secret door or the secret compartment. Yes, we found it. We know it's there. We can see there's something weird about this brick, but we don't know how to open it. Like, where's the button you press? Where's the lever you pull? Where's the the book on the bookcase you got to pull down? So you have to try to figure out how to open it, and the chance of opening it is equal to your intelligence over 3, the percent chance. So for us, it's a 10% chance every time we try. I'll just keep passing my turn and saying yes until such time as I get it. Been about 10 times. We're due. We're overdue, game. Give it to us. There you go. Oh, nice. We found a Tome of Knowledge. The tome is called Murder for Profit, Volume 1. Our inventory is filled, so we dropped it here. You can see if we look on the map, we can see the little X here. Also, if we hover our thing over it, you can see what's on the ground. Let's go ahead and drop something to pick that back up. Drop the Unknown Potion for a minute. Pick up Murder for Profit, Volume 1. So tomes are books you can find that can teach you a skill for free, assuming your attribute is high enough to learn the skill, and assuming you know any prerequisite skills. There is no prerequisite skill for a Volume 1 book. It teaches you the basic skill in a given category. In this case, it's Assassination. But you can see we can activate it to learn Assassination skill to the basic level as long as our dexterity is at least 30. Ours is, of course, 30, so we're fine. Thank God the throne didn't lower that. Anytime you want to learn a skill, you have to have at least 30. We talked about the 4 categories: General, Mage, Rogue, and Warrior. Warrior corresponds to Strength, Rogue corresponds to Dexterity, Mage corresponds to Intelligence, Health corresponds to General. Coincidentally, these are reverse order of your stats. I've never noticed that till now. The buttons. But you have to have at least 30 in the corresponding attribute to learn basic skills. You have to have at least 60 to learn the advanced skills. You have to have at least 90 to learn the expert skills. So we could learn basic skills in any of these categories. We couldn't learn basic warrior skills yet. Our strength is too low. But in any case, this is a rogue skill. We have to have at least dexterity 30. Let's just left click it. Boom! Assassination skill increase. This skill now grants you plus 30 to hit versus persons. So for the rest of the game, we'll have 30% extra chance to hit people. Persons is one of the 9 types of monsters. We've seen animals, we've seen insectoids, we've seen, I think, goblinoids before. I think the Hydra sprites are goblin. Oh, frick. So another crumbling floor trap. As you can see, whatever was here was weighty enough that it broke the floor and fell through. There must have been something here. that all fell through. And now we are stuck with this. Let's try and get out of this. Alright, we were light enough that we managed to get off it. And here's what's causing those damn monsters to regenerate. There's a troll totem. As long as one of these squares exists on a map, all monsters regenerate 1 to 6 health each turn. So we have to smash that troll totem before we fight them. Unless we... That thief, I think we did enough damage to kill him outright in one blow. So he couldn't regenerate. So our chance to topple this thing every time we try is based on our strength. Our strength is so shitty we have a 6% chance every time we try. But we're going to have to do it. So let's just stand here and keep trying to... Whoops, let's do this. So if you press... by the way, if you put it over here and I wanted to press enter, that would count as a left click so I could run over here. If you ever want to pass your turn, you press 5 on the number pad, assuming you haven't changed the controls. Or you can just put this on your square and press enter or left click to move there. You're trying to move to your own square, that's just a wait. So if you ever want to pass your turn while saying yes to something, enter is a way you can say yes to something. And if you've pointed your cursor at yourself, it's also a way to say move here, stay here. So I can just keep pressing enter, or I can even hold the enter key down until such times I'm successful. There, just hold it down. You can see it'll be a good act to do this. It'll please every good god in the game. It'll piss off every evil god in the game when I do this. But this is too important. Let's just stay here until it's done and drink coffee while we wait, right? Got it. That was a feat of strength. It's gone. Those monsters will no longer regenerate unless there's something else. You also saw, by the way, it had in brackets disenchantable. Sometimes you have spells or abilities allow you to disenchant things. So we could have, if we had a spell that disenchants or a skill, a perk that disenchants, we could have used it to just smash the totem automatically. Damn, some acid came in here, of course, because it's adjacent here, some acidic vapor. Let's grab this unknown potion. We don't want it. Let's not wait. Let's just go back out. And that's it. That's all that's over here. Let's take a look at our map by pressing tab. So there's still this area up here, but to get up here, we'd have to either cross the acid over here, maybe, or cross the acid over here. It's too dangerous. Can't even get to the temple. The temple's up there. It's unfortunate. We're not doing great for experience, but I'm going to suggest... There's the illusory wall marked with an eye. It's an object. I'm going to suggest we just cross back over the bridge and go down. It's just, and maybe fight the rats on the way. It's too dangerous to try and cross up here, I think. I mean, if we can get here, it's only one square, I guess. Maybe I'll do it. Let's be bold. We gotta cross. Oh, fuck me. We're really kind of in trouble now. Oh, we still have our blink spell. Let's just blink again and try and get somewhere else. Alright, we're back here. We could face this guy. We're not ready to necessarily yet. Still that unknown potion up there we could grab if we need it. If we're gonna do this, yeah, let's cross. Yeesh. Cross here. We could either cross right here. The problem is if we enter the acid here, it could shunt us here. And now we're stuck between these two walls. We can't get out. And we might end up just melting in the acid there. This place, if we cross, if it shunts us, it'll only go south here, where we can step back out. Or north here, and we can step out where we want to go. That's a better way to do it, I think. Getting lucky with nothing melting so far. Let's give it a... Oh, press the wrong key. Alright, let's jump in. Our amulet of the Bushman melted. I think that was it, right? Just the one thing. I pressed the key so fast. I think two things melted. I just pressed it so fast I didn't see what they were. Unless we only had one. No, I think we had two things. Not sure what we lost there. Didn't notice. Pressed the button too fast. Deposit our gold. And we're down anyway. Got a booby trap, guys. A slide trap. So we're going down to the next level whether we want to or not. Slide traps force you to a new random map, one level lower. That's unfortunate. This was a recharge station. If we had a wand or a staff or a rod that didn't have enough charges, we could go over there and recharge it. Once. Alright, here we are in dungeon level 3. We are only character level 2. Not great. We're in a little bit of danger here, but let's do our best. We got another rat, guys, but this is a revenant rat. It's an undead skeletal rat. Like the other rats, it has a 5% chance of causing tsunami fever when it hits us. It's immune to inhalant gases, so our smoke trap wouldn't do anything to it if it was in it. It can't enter doors. As you can see, this is our first monster we've seen with two different types of monster. It is an animal. It is also undead. So if you had bonuses to hit animals or bonuses to hit undead, you'd get both if you had both of them. Likewise, if they had any benefits against you, animals or undead, it would get both benefits. So they could be easier or harder to deal with depending on your circumstances. I also want to point out its resistances. I don't know if you've seen any resistances yet. This one has 2 different resistances. The one on the right, that little spider in the green, if you look roughly here when I point at it, that's toxin. That's both poison and disease. Monsters combine those 2 things. So it cannot get poisoned and it cannot catch a disease. It also has a 39% resistance to physical damage. So any damage we do to it gets reduced by 39% and then applied. Which means, as you can see, actually no, it's fine. With our pebble, instead of doing 1 to 3 damage, we do 1 to 2. If we did 1 damage and 39% gets taken off, it's like, what, 0.61 damage we did? And of course, that rounds up to 1. So still do at least 1 damage, 1 to 2 if we hit it. I'm not going to face it immediately. We probably will soon, though. We need some experience. Let's go see this. This is a book cabinet. Could have books, could have scrolls, could have spell books, more tomes, who knows. Or nothing, of course. Mid-power scroll and another tome. That's not bad, or is that not good for us? And a high-power scroll. So we got a mid-power scroll, a high-power scroll, and a book called Focus. The other scroll dropped here. Called Focus, a Layman's Guide. We can activate this tome to learn willpower skill to the basic level, provided our max health is at least 30. Let's do that. Learn another skill, guys. Willpower. This skill now grants us a 25% chance to avoid any effects that drain our experience or drain our spell points. If not avoided, the amount drained will be 25% less. So if we'd had this when those Fenodaries were fighting us, they would drain their 1 to 36 experience, but we'd have a 25% chance if they succeeded in doing that nothing would happen. And if it did happen, the amount they drained would be 25% less. It would only drain 75% the amount. Let's go ahead and pick this back up, this other scroll. We've been kind of cocky with the scrolls. I don't know if I want to keep just throwing them out there, but let's look around a bit. There's a bookshelf over here. Nothing on it. Let's go ahead. There are more offensive spells than summoning spells, say, and that's what we really want right now, is something that'll each. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the high power scroll. No effect. It was create undead. If we'd been standing on a dead body, it would have raised it up as some sort of undead, I think. Let's try the mid power scroll. Aura Shroud. Aura Shroud. The linger warning has been pushed back by 200 turns. So you recall, on that first level, I was worried about us getting to 900 turns or more because the linger warning may kick in and bad stuff could start happening. We don't know what the warning is on this map. It was somewhere between 900 and 1200, randomly chosen, turn-wise. But whatever it was, it's now 200 turns later. So we have more time on this map than we would have otherwise had before we have to worry about that. You hear that cackling out there? That's a scarecrow. Don't want to fuck with it right now. Wait, why in a minute? Here's the stairs. Oops, my battery in my keypad is dying here. That's Bramble. Remember that amulet of the Bushman? It would have helped us with this if we'd have had it equipped somehow. So Bramble, we'd have to hack our way through if we want to get through it. It takes multiple attacks on it to get through it. Every time we tried, we'd have to just bump. This is actually kind of a bump to attack. Every time we tried to enter that square, there'd be a 19% chance we'd damage the Bramble, and it would be a little less Bramble-y. Until such time as it hits 0 and is gone, we can just walk through it. If we were using our bare hands, every time we tried, we'd take 1 damage, like we're actually trying to push thorns aside. If we're using a weapon, instead, the weapon's condition is going to degrade 1% every time we try. Let's not go that way unless we have to. I think I heard something making web out there. My volume's turned really low in my ears, guys, so I don't have to yell. I did. So we have a monster over here, a large spider. It might be one of the newer monsters, I'm not sure. Again, don't want to mess with it if we can avoid it because of Illumis. She'll get mad. But, on the other hand, it's in our way and it's going to keep laying these webs. These webs are hard for us to get out of because of our low strength. It also could poison us mildly if it hits us. Let's go near it because we want to grab these things. Another pebble. Damn it, I just can't let it fill the entire area with webs. We're going to be stuck here forever. So if we wanted to kill it, we'd have to override our deity's wishes, because the game has this thing down here you can see called combat state. Your combat state can be in one of 3 states. It can be set to fight. If it's set to fight, as you can see here, I left-clicked the button, by the way, or you can use either of these 2 hotkeys, That's the left square brackets to cycle through. If it's set to fight, any monster in our square we will swing at, and of course it'll swing at us. If it's set to don't fight, any monster in our square we will not swing at. If you intentionally don't want to hurt a monster for whatever reason you have, set this to don't fight, you will not attack it when you pass through its square. You'll just ignore it. It'll still attack you, of course. If it's set to selectively fight, as it defaults to, most monsters you'll attack normally, some you'll ignore. The ones you'll ignore are based on what your deity doesn't want you to fight. So how do you know what your deity doesn't want you to fight, or how do you know what's set in selectively fight? You can right-click this button, or press the other right bracket. There we go. And it shows you the selective combat. Here's all the monsters that there might be a logical reason you might not want to fight, based on a deity, etc. And you can see the red ones are set to don't fight. So we will not fight insectoids automatically. We just won't swing at them if we're in their square, if we're in this mode. We also won't fight golems. I'll explain why in a minute. But other than that, we will fight. Now we could turn this off. Left click. Now we'll fight insectoids just fine. But the easier way, because we want to keep that for selective combat, is reasons for us to do that for Illuminus, right? Easier way is, of course, just to set this to fight. And we'll go ahead and face this thing. I'm stuck in this web. Come on, insect. Here, it's coming at me. We're still using our pebble, of course. We got distance strike on it. I'm going to keep not trying to pass my turn, but trying to move out of the square so that maybe we can break the web. The web itself, you can see there, you can just walk into web. There's 3 different types of web: fragile, standard, and great. Each is harder to get out of than the last. The spider is not affected by web. You can see that there. Actually, it doesn't say that, but it is true. Interesting. I guess there's no room to put that text. Spiders aren't affected by web. But if we, anytime we try to move out of it, we have a 6% chance of destroying the web and getting out of it. So I'm going to keep trying to move left here. Distance strike. 2 damage to it. 2 more and it's dead. I don't want to be poisoned. It moved off us with its animal intelligence. Here comes that scarecrow. It's as good a time as any to talk about why golems are automatically set to don't fight. All golems in the game currently, I don't know if this will remain true forever, but all golems that are currently in the game have 100% physical resistance, as you can see from this guy. So any damage we did to him with our pebble would be 0. Any damage we did with our heavy stick would be 0. If you had a means of doing magical damage or any other kind of damage than physical, you could take him on. But for us, we literally can't hurt him. There's nothing we can do to damage him. So let's hope we get out of this web before he gets to us and kill the spider. And if not, we'll blink away if we have to face him stuck in web. Of course, he gets stuck in web too. Okay, we got out of there. Found a thigh bone club, guys. It's another improvised weapon. It's literally a thigh bone. It's exactly the same as our heavy stick, except it's improvised, which means it can't be repaired. It starts with condition 50 or less, and it can't get condition above 50. Let's just carry it for now. Let's stick with our pebble. Might as well grab this, see what it is. Oh, a treasure map. It would have been nice, but we found a treasure map, but our cartography skill is too low to understand it. So there is a skill called cartography. With untrained cartography, we don't know how to read a map, period. So whatever was on that map doesn't mean anything to us. The higher our cartography, the better the treasure map would have revealed treasures, but also you can find other kinds of maps too. It's only got 1 health left, guys. Alright, we pissed off Illuminus. We lost 20 faith. That sucks. Matter of fact, let's use some faith right now to put an ambuscade out for this guy. Oh, one other thing I should mention. We've talked about animal intelligence monsters. We've talked about standard intelligence monsters. We haven't talked about automatons much. They came up in, I think, the ESP. ESP would not detect an automaton. You can see this guy has intelligence auto. He's not intelligent. He's just an animated scarecrow. What that means is, unlike other monsters that will pathfind to get to us, avoiding obstacles, he won't avoid obstacles. He will always come, no matter where we are. No matter where we are on the map, he knows where we are. And he will always come unerringly in a straight line at us, horizontally or vertically. If there's a wall in the way, he'll just stand at the wall, and he won't go around the wall unless you move in such a way that going around the wall is possible for him to get to you without pathfinding differently, you know? So right now, he's going to come here. There's no denying it. Let's try and get out of this, Oh, okay. We had a new thing happen, guys. A zombie. We killed that giant spider, and it stood up as a zombie. Kind of weird that admittedly an insect or an arachnid became a human zombie. Pretend it's a zombified spider if you want, but for whatever reason, that thing stood up as a zombie, which is also an automaton, PS. but much more dangerous to us. You can see our odds to hit it are very low. It has a good chance to hit us for a lot of damage. We are not set to fight a zombie. On the bright side, it's slow. We can get away from it. But it does mean I'm not going to stand here and leave a trap out for this guy, an ambuscade, because he may trip it and it won't kill him. He has 14 health. The ambuscade does 3 to 9 damage. That's a locked door. If we had lock-picking skill, we could try to pick the lock. Without it, we could try to bash it down with our shoulder. But every time we fail, we're going to take damage. And of course, we have such low strength, our odds of bashing it are 6%. Every time we try. Another spider probably down here. Look at all the web. Not great. What I see ahead of me is great. So we found a cloth arm wrapping. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Let's drop... No, let's eat. We're far away from healing yet, or leveling up. What does our tomato do? 3 to 12. Let's go ahead and eat the tomato to get back some health. Here we healed 12 damage worth. We're sated now for 101 turns. We can't, as you can see over here by this little pulsing thing, we can't eat till it's gone. Let's pick up the cloth arm wrapping. Yes. And wrap our arm in it. That is an improvised shield. So again, oh, we can't. 20 strength required to wrap this around our arm. But just like the improvised weapon, can't have more than 50 condition. You don't need armor use skill to use it, and it can't be repaired with a magic. We'll carry it for now and put it on as soon as we can. Here's a beanstalk. This is incredibly lucky for us, sort of. It provides us the option to travel up. So I talked earlier about you can't go back to earlier levels usually. There are ladders sometimes you can find, or rope ladders, that will lead back up to one level higher, but it won't be the previous level you left. It'll be a new random map at that level. The beanstalk takes you 2 levels higher, guys. We can be back to dungeon level 1 with all those chances to gain experience on level 1, and then on level 2, and then on level 3. We could be in really great shape when we get down here. But the odds of climbing it are equal to our dexterity over 2. So for us, it's only a 15% chance we climb it. If we fail, we fall off it, it breaks, and we take falling damage, in this case 3 points of damage. So I'm not going to climb it yet. My advice is we try to get our dexterity as high as possible by leveling up. Maybe even throw a bunch of unknown potions beside it, and at the last second we chug them, in the hopes that they're dexterity potions that will get our dexterity up, and then we can climb better. But for now, let's ignore it. Papers. There's a standard map. Would have shown us what the level looked like, but our cartography skill is too low. Broken bottle, another improvised weapon. Bunch of hanging dudes. Couple of dead people hanging. So we can cut these down. Cutting them down in and of itself is a good act. All the good gods in the game will like us a little better. All the evil gods will hate us a little more for messing with their decorations. There's also a 10% chance when we chop it down, it's undead and it gets up and attacks us. That's not necessarily so bad. It would be a level appropriate undead. So an undead we should be meeting on dungeon level 3 would probably be okay to take it. But also when it hits the ground, if it hasn't been looted, we can then loot it. If we loot the body, that's an evil act. All the evil gods will like us a little bit. All the good gods will hate us a little bit. It'll balance out. And we'll find stuff on it, although that might be a problem in itself. Let's cut down the body. There's a good act. It's a looted corpse. Nothing we can do about it. This one's not looted. So all the good gods like us 2% better than they did before. All the evil gods like us 2% less. We can now loot this body. If we do, there's a 10% chance we're going to contract a random disease. Let's hope that doesn't happen. A further 10% chance that the corpse is a level appropriate undead and it attacks us. We will find, however, either nothing at all, or 1 to 3 objects of unknown nature. Looting a corpse is an evil act. You can see our chance to contract disease is only 7%. Why is it 7% instead of 10%? Because we have that disease resistance, right? 25% less chance of catching a disease in the first place. Our actual chance, just so you know how the game mechanics work, there is a 10% chance we catch a disease, then it'll roll dice, and if we get 25% less or lower, we don't catch it. But if you do the math together, overall, our odds are 7% of catching a disease. Didn't catch a disease. We found a woolen scarf on him. That's it. He had a scarf. Do we want that scarf? Need all of these improvised weapons. Let's drop the pebble we're using. Equip this pebble, and we'll pick up the woolen scarf. By passing my turn, saying yes, I want to pick something up, and picking up this. Let's take a look at that. As long as the woolen scarf remains in our inventory, we gain plus 13% cold resistance, so any cold sources of damage will do 13% less to us. And we're also immune to the effects of snow if we encounter it in the dungeon. Yes, there can actually be snow under the ground. Kind of weird. Owning more than one has no extra effect. Now, also a worthwhile time to point out the color coding of all of these. Something black means it could be equipped, but it's not equipped. Something yellow means it could be equipped, and it is equipped. Something blue means you can use it by left-clicking it. Something brown means you don't have to do anything with it. Whatever it's going to do, it's having its effect already, or it has no effect at all. One of those two things. Well, let's go north here, see what else we got up here. There's that zombie coming for us. Got a garbage heap over here. We can go search it. Probably will. Papers. Let's save the garbage heap for later. I'll talk about it in a minute. Another map. We can't read it. There's a bell here. Remember that gong we rang that had 3 options? This has 3 options. If we ring it, nothing happens. Or a random friendly character appears. That means like an NPC, like a merchant or a damsel or something like that. Or a random level appropriate monster appears to attack us. In this case, a cleric appeared. Okay, so we rang a bell and a cleric came out. We could ask him for healing. You seem trustworthy. You lack fangs, and that's something down here. The blessings of the gods are free to all who ask. Miracles, on the other hand, are another matter. Now, all of his prices are dropped based on our bartering skill as well as our being a merchant. So, huge bonus here. It only costs us 3 gold pieces, and we'd be all the way back to 52 health. The more damage you have to heal, the more it's going to cost you. He also has other abilities. If you had poisoning, you could pay him, and he'd get rid of the poison. If you had diseases, you could pay him, he'd get rid of the diseases. If you had temporary debuffs, he could get rid of those. All kinds of things he can do, but right now the only thing we would need is healing. Unfortunately, we have no gold at all, so we can't do it if we wanted to. Like any other NPC, like most other NPCs, if a monster enters his square, it'll instantly kill him. So we do not want that zombie coming up here. But remember, the zombie won't pathfind. If it's over here, say, and we go right now, it'll get stuck up here. As an automaton, it won't try and find its way around. Hey, another nice tome. Unfortunately, we can't read it yet. Let's pick up the Woodcutter's War, Volume 1. We're going to drop our unknown potion. Pick up the Woodcutter's War. Take a look at that. So this would teach us chopping skill to the basic level. We get bonuses using axes of any kind. But we have to have at least 30 strength. So let's carry it for now. When we have 30 strength, we'll learn that. No longer sated. We had a mysterious cupboard. Let's open that up. Nothing in it. Probably another large spider up here, guys, given the web all around. Yeah, there it is. We've dealt with one. We can try and deal with another. Trying to get out of this web and get that, whatever that is. Foot wraps. Let's throw it on. Give us a little bit more defense against him. For now, let's drop the thigh bone club. Pass my turn to pick up the foot wraps. Unequipping something, by the way, guys, does not take a turn. Equipping something does. So there, took our turn. We do not want to pick anything up, and let's wait for this guy here. Now let's go up and face him in his web and try and get out of the web over here. Hit him for 3. He's only got a 37% chance to hit us right now, guys. Oh, our turn shoes are off. Why are they off? I didn't remember turning them off. Oh, we already had. This only replaced our turn shoes. It's the exact same as turn shoes, but it's improvised footwear. We didn't need it. Might as well use it for now. We'll let it take the damage, and then we'll drop it. We're done this combat. Regain our unknown potion. Shit, we got poisoned. We'll deal with that in a minute. Alright, he's dead. Let's try and get out of here by going south. Oh, fuck, I forgot. There's still something turning dead things into zombies on this level. Nonetheless, let's quickly drop our foot wraps. Pass our turn, get attacked by the damn zombie. Pick up the... Oh, that's not where it is. Where'd that potion go we dropped? Over here. Let's try and get back here. You see, we're losing health. What does being poisoned mean, guys? We're mildly poisoned. At least it's that. While we're mildly poisoned, our character loses health equal to 2% of our max health, with a minimum of 1 every 10 turns. Every time we lose health from poisoning, there's a chance that the poison will leave our system. This chance is largely based on your poison resistance skill. We have none. Though for some characters, other factors may come into play. So for us, every 10 turns, we're going to take 1 damage. And when we would take that damage, actually, I should say when you would take the damage from poisoning. I'm going to write that down. Query. Poison. Would. It rolls dice first. 5% chance we lose the poisoning. We don't take any more damage from it. But one of the most common types of potions is an unknown potion. Or rather, a curative potion. There actually are 3 types of curative potions in the game now. There used to be only 1. This new update puts in 3. There's minor curative potions, and major curative potions. Any one of them would serve us well right now. They're fairly common, so we're going to chug this and hope to God that's what it is. It's a mage potion. It would have given us back all our spell points. We hadn't used any spell points, unfortunately. Alright. Let's go ahead and use... no, not yet. If we find gold, we can pay the cleric to get rid of this poison. Except the cleric just died. That zombie got him. Damn it. It looks like that zombie came up through here. And the cleric is, of course, now a zombie. There's something making zombies on this level. That is a big problem for us because we're not going to have the strength to face them. We definitely want to get some type of potion going again. Unfortunately, we don't know where any other are. This could be a short game, guys. We might be dead if we can't find a way to cure this. We have a few more tricks up our sleeve. Let's go ahead and do the ambuscade here in the hopes that it kills him. Oh, we don't have enough faith. That's right, we killed all the spiders and pissed her off. Damn it. Alright, so we can't do that. We have no means of fighting him. Let's go ahead and cast Water of Life to regenerate a little bit. Angered all the evil gods. There we go. We got back 10 health out of that. We're going to try and get down to here, I think. This is a Holy Brazier. You can try to douse the Holy Brazier, basically by using your hand as a show of faith. You literally just reach your hand in and try to stop the flame with it. If we are successful, 1 in 3 chance, we'll gain unmodified faith equal to our relationship with our deity. So we'll gain, when it says unmodified, it means it doesn't take into account your deity's relationship with you. So we would gain 63 faith, because apparently Illumis likes us 63% right now. If it rolled a 2 instead of a 1, we would take damage, heat damage, between 1 and the dungeon level. And on a 3, nothing happens. We can only do it once. Of course, because it's doused after we do it. Our best bet might be to kill these monsters quick and level up. Will it give us enough if we kill these guys? He'll give us 46. He'll give us 47. That's 80, 96, 103. That still won't be enough. We'll be at 290, 275. Still will not be enough. There's another scarecrow over here. He died when he tried to cross the flame here. And now we're stuck here with this guy. We're gonna have to blink away so we don't have any spell points. It could be bad, guys. We do have these potions, of course. Let's keep trying to move out of here first to break the web. There we go. Can't get poisoned worse, so we may as well face him now. Now's a good time to face him. Sorry, Illumis, I'm doing it. He'll still only mildly poison us if he hits us, and we're already mildly poisoned, right? So now's a good time. She's extra mad at us. Now, I mentioned earlier your experience can't go below 0. Your faith points certainly can. We have negative 16 faith points. We'll have to earn back faith just to even get back in the black, so to speak. Oh, frick, I forgot about that. Okay, we are standing in a web, but the zombie woke up and broke it, apparently. Let's face this guy. Let's go ahead and take the tiny health potion. Get back some health. We're not going to be able to go for this right now, because we get stuck in the web on the way, and the zombie will either come down and get us, or this guy will come down and get us. So we're going to have to get that. We don't have a blink spell to escape them, so we're going to have to be a little more judicious and not do that. I do want to kill this guy for the experience if I can. His animal intelligence made him move. The scarecrow came down and took his place. Here comes the other zombie, damn it. Alright, good news is he's dead. Good news is he should be at like 265. My math was off. Experience. We can't teleport out of here. We're not going to risk getting stuck in the webs here. It looks like there is a way past here if we're willing to go through all the smoke, but Jesus. That's a lot of smoke when we're already hurt. Let's go ahead and chug this small health potion. Let's put back on our turn shoes in case we do get in combat. And we're going to charge through this guy. We're going to run through the smoke, held our breath. Okay, the smoke fluctuated enough. There is a fountain here. Worth drinking at. Let's take a look at the fountain. Kind of like the Holy Brazier and the gong and that. When we do it, there's a bunch of different things that could happen. We don't know which it'll be, but we do know the options. That's intentional, guys, to make sure that you can make informed decisions. It is a game, after all. I want this to be a game and not just a random experience. So we know all the possibilities here. So we can decide if we want to do this or not. If we drink at it, it could heal us. That'd be really useful right now, wouldn't it? It could be acidic. It could do a lot of damage to us. and possibly melt some shit if the acid damage causes it to happen. It could be curative, though, guys. It would cure any level of poison we have. Or we could become poisoned, and they might think, oh, it doesn't matter, we're already poisoned. No, we're mildly poisoned. That would make our situation even worse. Poisoned is a step up. Could be a jelly in there, which would be devastating. It would attack us and probably do a lot of damage. Could be a scrying fountain. We get a map of the whole level, but you can only do that if you have cartography skill. We could permanently gain increases to our strength, dexterity, or intelligence, or we might just get a sip of water and nothing happens. We need this to be a curative or a healing potion, or maybe gain some stats. Alright, it's a Fountain of Wisdom. We gained 6 points of intelligence permanently. That helps, but it doesn't help us much. And as you can see, it's now a sampled fountain. We can't drink it again. Let's get out of here while the getting's good. I'm not going to stand there and fight those guys. I would definitely lose. I want to do this very badly, but if we get stuck in the web and these guys come over and kill us, we're done for. That might be as far as we can take things, therefore. No, we can still explore over here a bit. Let's get around here fast to trap all the automatons down there. There, they can't get us now. So there's another smoky fissure here. I think it's right here. We could try to get past it. This is a lot of damage we might take in the process. Some gold. Let's take that gold back and get cured right away. Oh, he already died, didn't he? The damn zombie killed the cleric. There's a lot of shit over here. Here's what's causing those undead. A glyph of undeath. As long as one of these squares exists on a map, every non-undead, non-golem monster or friendly character that dies will immediately return to life as a zombie. Each time this happens, there's a 10% chance the glyph is destroyed. It hasn't been destroyed yet. Let's destroy it by stepping on it. No more zombies coming for us if we kill things. We need to find potions and shit. Let's go search this garbage heap. Now, as you can see, around the garbage heap is all this brown gas. And as you can see, there's a gas and it's an inhalant. One moment, I apologize. I need some coffee. Throat's getting raw again. Lovely. Remember, we had certain monsters that were unaffected by inhalant. They wouldn't be gas inhalant. They wouldn't be affected by this. Just like the smoke. We either hold our breath or we don't. 50% chance. If we don't hold our breath, we get nauseated. When you're nauseated, you can't cast spells and you can't fight until it wears off. Nothing to worry about right now. There's nothing around us. There could be something in here, though. Garbage heap. We can search through it. It also counts as a what do you call it? A stench cloud in and of itself. Gives us the option to search through the garbage. If we do, a 50% chance there's nothing here. But a 50% chance there's a random object or some gold or some gems instead. Searching will also give us a 10% chance of catching a random disease. Boo. And a 10% chance of dislodging a giant rat. Which would be a big problem right now because, of course, we're nauseous and can't even fight it. But we really need to find some shit. Let's try it. You see all the calculations for us below. Chance will become nauseous is 50%. Chance will contract a disease. Actual chance is 7%. Found nothing. Worthless. We're just nauseous. But as you can see, the nausea will wear down. Every turn we go, it's wearing down a bit. Let's pick this up and hope it's a potion. It's not. It's a firewall wand. Our first wand. Wands you can use again and again. They have charges. This one has 5 charges. We can use it 5 times before it stops working. If we used it, we could create a wall of fire beside us. That could actually really be useful for us. This could actually save our life right now because, remember, the zombies and the scarecrows are automatons. If we put a wall of fire in front of them and stand on the other side of it, a little back so we don't get caught in the smoke, they won't have the intelligence to go around. They have the intelligence to balk and be like, I don't want to go in the fire, but they'll stand there for a little while, perhaps gearing up their automaton courage, and then finally they'll take the plunge. And hopefully we'll kill them. We'll certainly kill the scarecrow easily with that. But, of course, there is a skill associated with it, like anything else. That's wand lore. Do we have wand lore? No, we don't. So, if we try to use this wand, because we have untrained wand lore, we're just kind of shaking it and saying, Alakazam, and seeing what happens. 25% chance each time we use it that it works. 75% chance it doesn't. And every time we try to use it, it still costs a charge. So we'll probably get one use out of it, mathematically, before it stops working. If we survive long enough to employ it. But also, what was I going to say? We saw there are recharge stations where you can recharge them, or if you get your wand lore skill up, they'll automatically recharge every new map you come into. At basic wand lore, you'll get 1 charge back into every wand or staff or rod you have. At advanced, it's 1 to 2, and at expert, it's 1 to 3 every time you go to a new map, or every day, in other words. I don't know if there's a reason to open this right now. We'll find gold, potentially. We're already at max gold. I really wish that cleric hadn't died. We might have had a chance here. I think our only chances are several-fold. We're going to have to try to use this wand to kill the zombies and stuff. If we can kill them, enough of them, we'll level up and we'll live. But we haven't got a lot of time to do that. We got 150 turns before we're dead at most. Of course, every time it's gonna trigger. There's a 5% chance it leaves our system, so we might be okay if we're lucky. We don't have a spell. No, we can blink past this. Let's blink past the smoke here. Oh, we can't. We're too nauseous. Shit, I'm on the other side of these webs. I don't want to go through the smoke, so I'm wasting time doing this. God damn it. We're getting near death, guys. You can see the screen starting to blink. And I stupidly got caught in the web. I shouldn't have done this. It's me. We're no longer nauseous. Let's blink to get out of the web. Whoops, I missed. Of course, we're back on this side of the smoke. Not good. Alright, we got no choice. Let's go through the smoke. I think we're going to die, guys. There's a chance, but it's getting slimmer by the moment. How many health we got? 3 health left, guys. This wand had better work, and it had better work fast. Oh! The poison left our system, guys. We have 1 health. 1 health left, but we're alive. Let's try to affect our plan anyway. This is the best people to use this against. Where are they? Shit, where'd they go? They might be in here. No, I don't know where they went. Well, it might be. They might have all filtered through there. Let's stand up here and see if they emerge from the smoke. Actually, some of them died in the fire. They definitely went... Oh, they'd all be dead. I thought I still heard one out there. Let's see if we can find that other one. As a matter of fact, no, we can't do this. If we did this and, of course, it burned us, we'd be dead. We can't use the beanstalk either, guys. Only a 15% chance we succeed, and if we don't succeed, we're dead. Because it'll do 3 damage, we get 1 health. There might be another zombie out here somewhere. If there is, we'll try to kill it with a firewall wand. I'm going to turn the volume up in my ears and see if I can hear them. You can hear them periodically. I kept thinking I was hearing them, but I can't tell if that's my imagination. We can search through this. Let's do it. I don't care. Nothing in it. Was there another zombie up here? There's one. Okay, let's try and use our wand, guys. Oh, it worked. First try. See, it's giving us highlighted squares like it should have done for the teleport. Let's put a fire right here. And let's step away from it because it could generate smoke. And let's just wait for that zombie to make a poor decision. As a matter of fact, let's go over here. No, let's go here. And listen for the sound of it burning. If we hear it step in the fire and hear it burning, we'll move to the left so it tries to go through that fire if it's still alive. I was passing my turn, guys. 1 pass at a time. The smoke clears. I can see it's still standing there, afraid to enter. Something opened a door. I don't know if you heard that. Something's opening a door. There might be something coming up behind us down here. I don't know. I hope not. There's some... There we go! Alright! The dumb zombie finally stepped in the fire. It died. Because we created the fire, of course, we get the experience for killing it, which levels us up and gives us all our health back. That was a close call. Alright. I'm probably yelling here, sorry, and it's probably spiking like hell in the mic. I apologize. Let's definitely put this back into, well, as you can see, we leveled up, gained 2 max health. We're at 54 to 54. Health got restored. We gained 10 attribute points. We'll probably put into strength. We'll still be 1 point away, unfortunately, from being able to learn basic warrior skills. And we gained 2 skill points, which is enough to gain a skill for us. And what's our perk? We got a new class perk called Pour on the Charm. We can activate this perk once per map. If we do, for the next 30 turns, all prices for buying or selling will be 25% lower and 25% higher. That'll compound with our basic merchant 25% and compound with our 50% for bartering to give us like a massive, massive discount. We could buy the most expensive things for a few gold coins if we use that. So that's pretty cool. Normally I'd be putting it into this to get to 60 so we could learn advanced general skills. We're going to put it into this because our strength is so poor. Now, admittedly, we kept finding all those maps. It'd be nice to grab cartography, but one of the first skills I almost always get is traveling. We have 15 inventory slots. Let's grab traveling. And now we got... Or we had 10, rather. We had 10 inventory slots. Now we have 15. So basic traveling. There is another zombie out there. I can hear it. Let's try and lure it to our fire. I don't know where it is exactly. Let's put the gold we have in here for 19 experience. Let's try and go up and grab this gold. This may be where the zombie is as well, for all I know. Might as well grab that thigh bone club and foot wraps. What the hell? While we have the inventory slots for it. Where's that zombie? I did hear a door open at one point. And... Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to be clever about this, guys. We want to lure it through the fire. So let's bring it down here. Way down here. Oh, shit. Try and get around it. Let's go through the smoke, or the stench. I don't give a shit. Lure it back up here. Here it comes. And let's get around this. And hope it's going to eventually show up there. There it's coming. It's coming. I'm holding the 5 key down. Not a wise move, of course, because if it moves fast enough, it may come through the fire, but I want to keep going. Watching the turns on the map, I think this is the level. Oh, nice. This is the level where we did the Aura Shroud, so we have a little bit of extra time. That said, there's nothing else to pick up. I think we're done on this map. Unless we want to hack our way through that, or... Oh, there's a door there. Let's go up to that door. And then we'll try this, and hope to God we're back to level 1. That'd be really useful. Just to show you, you can also do this on the map. If you don't want to do this, you can do it right here. Oh, we don't want to go there. We want to go here. Oh, there's another monster up here. What is it? That Revenant Rat. Or a Revenant Rat, if we didn't kill it already. Oh, we have enough strength. Let's throw back on our woolen trousers. It currently has a 33% chance to hit us. Boom. That should put it down to 29. And can we put the cloth arm wrapping on? Yes, it's now got a 23% chance to hit us. Please don't cause tsunami fever. That would ruin our day fast. Ah! Alright, the Revenant Rat has caused tsunami fever. Let's talk about that. I already told you what it does, but I want to show you something. It used to be diseases appeared, like, literally written next to the attribute they affect, but because there's so many more diseases in the game now, when you have a disease, this goes from being black and white. If you noticed before, there was a little black and white virus thing here, with a V for virus, if you ever want to use the hotkey to get there. Let's press V. Oops, let's press V. And there you go, we're in the disease screen. It shows us our cumulative disease resistance, 25%. Our chance to shed a disease with each new map is 15%. And we have tsunami fever. We can query it here and learn what it does. As I said, it treats our agility like half, our dexterity like half. So our chance to hit this guy just dropped to 10%. That said, his only ability now is to bite us for a bit of damage. Let's finish him off. Matter of fact, we're at 10% anyway. Let's go ahead and switch to the thigh bone club. So it does 1 to 2 damage. I guess with his resistance, it's the same either way. Let's stick with this. We get a distance strike. One thing you'll notice as well, though, with the I'll turn the music down in my ears now. I'm trying to talk over it. One thing you'll notice with the thigh bone club equipped, I'm not going to do it right now. We had like a 3% chance, or maybe more than that now, to do extra damage as well. When we're using a missile weapon, you do not get the bonus strength damage. You get the distance strike ability, but you do not get any bonus strength damage. So if you're a really strong character, you're not going to want to use a lot of missile weapons. If you're weak, it's a good thing to use. Die already. 1 more damage, he's dead. Come on. Die, rat, die. Something broke. Our pebble broke. I guess we're switching to the thigh bone club for now. As you can see, we now have a 9% chance every time we hit him doing an additional 1 to 2, which translates as a 9% chance to do an additional 1 to him because of his physical resistance. As an undead, all undead have physical resistance. He's dead. We got some experience for that, and there's nothing up here. No point in going through that bramble. Let's try and get back to this coffin and loot it. Maybe pick up that other pebble we dropped as well, wherever that was. Broken bottle and pebble. Let's grab those in a second. Let's get this first. We'll run and get these. On our way back, we'll try the beanstalk. and then we'll go to the downstairs, and then we'll call it an episode. We're well over an hour now. When we get to the next level. I'm gonna have to go through the smoke, man. Nothing I can do about that. Lovely. Let's grab whatever's in here. It was a gem worth 1 gold piece. That was not worth it. Whoever that guy was, he must have been a pauper buried with like a garnet. Or like a tiger eye. Alright, so that's all we're getting for that. There's no point in putting that even in the temple right now, as we don't need the 1 experience. Save it. Let's go pick up the broken bottle to have an extra option for a weapon. Let's drop the broken pebble that we can't repair. Let's pick up the other pebble. And let's equip that other pebble, I think, for now. The broken bottle would do 1 to 4 damage instead of 1 to 3. We would get bonus strength damage. Has no minus to hit. It says 2 to 4 damage minus 6. 1 to 4, no minus. Let's give this a shot. Hope for the best. There's the warning. Turn 1124. So it must have been 924 to start with before our Aura Shroud. Unless that was a previous level where we had that happen. Come on, baby. This would really help. No, we fell. Took 3 damage. So we're stuck on this level. Let's go to the downstairs and get out of here. This would be an awesome time to cast a long-lasting spell, but we're down to 3 spell points. We get nothing. Let's just say yes. And here we are on dungeon level 4. Only at character level 3. Not a great position. We are definitely not doing well. But damn, did we get lucky with that poison, guys. Couldn't have gone better. Also, the fact that we're diseased right now really, really sucks. We're going to have to find a way to get rid of that as fast as possible. As soon as we came down the map here, as you know, there was a 15% chance it could have just dissipated. So every time we go to a new map, it may disappear. But for now, we're stuck with it. All right. That's it for now, guys. I got to go shower and shave and get ready for all things Thanksgiving-y with my family. I don't think I'm really sick. I think it's just dry in this apartment or something. I'm not feeling the best, but I don't believe it's illness. When I thought I might be sick the other day, especially having traveled recently, I did 2 COVID tests. Both came back negative. I'm not sick, but just feeling a bit off. Anyways, I'm going to save. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. I'm going to go. I'm going to press Q. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to press quit. Goodbye.